It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Oilers and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Houston Oilers and the Carolina Panthers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He finds his man complete. That's Brooks. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw on second down. Weeks. And that is incomplete here. They'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Weeks. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
It looks like, yes, it is. 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
Going with a dime set. Back to throw. Weeks. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
For every rookie prospect, There are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Graham. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. On second down, Graham. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Graham will throw. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Graham going to look to throw again. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Graham going to set up to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Weeks. And that is incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. On second down, here's Graham. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone. And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston set to take over. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Weeks. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, first and 15. Looking to throw. Weeks. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a throw here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off play action. Weeks. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's Graham to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Graham. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Graham. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball start. Awesome.
Well, they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Following the penalty, Chubb. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Weeks.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Now Graham to throw.
And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Now Graham. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taking on the midfield logo. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say, ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A give running right is Chubb. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Weeks. And his pass incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4, they could still get a first down without scoring. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Off the play fake. Weeks. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Graham. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Chubb running right. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Throwing to start the drive, Graham.
Checks this one down to Robinson. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Weeks.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
Floating one incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the New Orleans Saints. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Graham here from the shotgun.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Off play action. Weeks. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weeks. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. To throw on 2nd down. Weeks. Looking left sideline, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake, Weeks. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Weeks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weeks. And that will be incomplete as well. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Graham. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Graham. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Graham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Graham on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Throwing on first down. Weeks. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Off play action. Weeks. Steps away. Throw left side, complete. That's Evans. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
On fourth down, Weeks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the Panthers will get the football back. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. Do you think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Graham looking to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
First down, here's Graham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
From the gun, it's Graham. And he fires one, but incomplete. They are going on fourth down. Graham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and 1 in the yard.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he gets it down to the 32. 78 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Looking to throw. Weeks. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Brooks. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
In the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Awesome.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
Houston set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Weeks. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A give. This is Chubb. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Back to throw. Weeks. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weeks. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Throwing after the interception. Weeks. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weeks. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Weeks.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the sideline. And wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Off play action. Weeks. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Weeks. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Graham to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 20-17. At time, a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Pass complete to Chubb.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back to throw.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Carolina, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports, within the game. Boom, whap, zap. He was like a superhero on that run.
It's week 1 of the NFL.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On second down, Cook. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, the Bills send out their punter, Corey Bojorquez. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is fielded at the 27. Able to slither by. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships. And if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
He's got a man, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Richardson.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, they would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And this returnable for Hill. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now Tua. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the 1st quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the draw, it's Pollard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. He finds his man, complete. It's Richardson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 11 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive with Cook, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Allen. His throw incomplete. They have the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Allen. And that is incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Nice footwork at the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Nice move at the 40. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a give here to Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Shepard is going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Cook up the gut. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Two and now on first down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Tua going to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Pollard it again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tony Pollard, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, I almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Here's Allen. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. And Woods has it complete.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On 2nd and 10. Tua, complete. Richardson has it. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll just get rid of it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Joe Mixon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd and 9. Tua, quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch him over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Richardson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here's Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Allen going to keep it again.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
7 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Pollard again. And a short gain here down to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not. Those 3 points. They'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Allen's throw is complete. No gain, and it's second down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 98 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Run for Pollard. It's a room to maneuver. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, Barker, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now here's Pollard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Shepard is going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. Pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a war. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but I mean they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th. Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a give here to Pollard. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From midfield, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now out come the Bills. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen will try again on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.